This is basically like my content sort of way of producing content and way of realizing what's going on in my week, my business, and turning that into content. Alright, so I'm introducing you to burning. That's not it. Alright, so I'm introducing you to building, learning, preaching. So every morning, every Monday morning, I basically whip out this old bad boy, paper, pen, and I pretty much just, every Monday morning, with my coffee, usually a nice little routine, basically just build out building, learning, preaching. So what is that? It's a great question. Building is, what am I building? What have I worked on the past week? That's usually client-based work, as well as my own personal stuff, as well as the business stuff. Give you an example, we've got sort of like a side project called Off Day. That's mainly a YouTube channel that is about humanizing athletes. I'm always building that, so that's typically on the list a lot. But it's a sort of, most of it is sort of client work and what you've been working on lately. That's building. Learning, what do you learn from the stuff you're building, essentially? Of the past experiences that you've been doing, of the past shoots, of the meetings, anything. What have you learned from that? Or what have you learned from podcasts you listen to, videos? Just what are you learning, full stop. And then preaching. From those learned things, what are you preaching to others? What are you preaching to yourself? What like sort of inspires you to keep writing about that stuff or making content about that stuff? What stuff has stuck with you? That's the preaching element. Just think of it, you're facing yourself or you're facing someone opposite you. What are you preaching to them? And I think that's really, like those three things, building, learning, preaching, I really like them. They just help me voice what's sort of I've lived last week and then what's in my head. And it turns that stuff into content. Building, learning, preaching. Good.